What items are good to buy at a dollar store and what won't you spend your cash on? Ion, Jersey Joe, and you with more bar talk, now on the Brew.
Joel, are you a savvy dollar store shopper?
I'm not, but I used to be, so I still kind of remember what I used to pick up.
Okay, so what kind of things do you buy at a dollar store then?
I would always get like essentials that you need like to live. Like some of the groceries there were perfect. Like when I first moved out, I had my own first place. I would get like those dollar Pop-Tart rip-offs. They're not the actual Pop-Tarts, but like whatever the dollar version was, where they're made with like cement and all that other shit. But I would go get those. I would get like soups, anything else you could get like in just like the generic version of a grocery store aisle, but always groceries. That was the best thing.
And they're not necessarily Pop-Tarts, they're like Pop-Torts, one letter off in the spelling.
Yeah, it's Pop-Tarts with a Z, and it's like half the price.
For me, being in the city, it's a little bit different because we don't have like Family Dollar, Dollar General, like the big chain dollar stores right here in the immediate area. There are in the outskirts, but I don't have a car to get to take that, so I got to walk to local bodegas. And they're the places where I bought like Listerine one time there, and it was Listerine from like Russia on the back. Like you pull the back, and yet it was Listerine, but it had like the backward characters and stuff. Same thing with toothpaste there. So I don't really buy a lot of toiletries there, but the big money things I buy there all the time, I stand by this. Paper plates and napkins, not paper towels. Paper plates and napkins. Those two things, you want to get the best deal on those. The dollar store here, that they got you covered on that. I stand by that for like at parties.
That's a very good pick. That's a very, very good pick.
The funny thing is during the pandemic here too, when like most stores were running on short on supplies, the dollar store actually had me covered. I was able to get like my Poland Spring water. Like they had things that I couldn't even find at the regular grocery store, even like Duane Reade or Walgreens. But the dollar store had it covered, so it was kind of nice. Like it was a good backup kind of thing.
Yeah, they came in clutch, which you don't expect.
Exactly. In the dollar store here, the little bodegas, like I said, you'll find like crazy like Oreo cookie flavors from like Japan in there. Like they got the weird like green pistachio ones. The ones here, I don't know, like again, not the chain, the local ones here. You'd be surprised what you'd find in there. Definitely a lot of foreign and international products, but it's still a buck. It's actually still a pretty good deal.
Instead of Fruit Loops, you get like Fruity O's or whatever. It's not the same.
Yeah, and the fruit's like made with like avocado and guava, something completely weird.
You don't get an apple, it's made out of plastic. It's not real apple.
Yeah. Or Dr. Oz and the arsenic. I used to go after the apples for being covered in arsenic. Okay, we've got lots of your suggestions as to what do you buy at a dollar store? Let's find out. Starman says, my go-to spot for party supplies, cheap candy, napkins, and paper plates. They also have the biggest selection of food containers that you can find. Things may not always be of the best quality, but I can live with it for a few bucks. That's kind of how I look at it, Joel. It's like, yeah, sure, you know what? It might not be the best quality, but for $1 or $2, I'll put down that bet on some of those items. It's okay.
Yeah, he brought up good ones. Candy, that's another good one. And food containers. We didn't mention either of those. But like essentials, pretty much essential stuff.
I'm going to ask you this because you brought up food products. How do you feel about the quality of food products there? Are you okay eating that for the most part? Does it worry you? Like, yes, no?
Let me put it this way. I haven't stepped foot in a dollar store or a Walmart in maybe like 5 or 6 or 7 years. Like, it's been a long time, but I'm not above it. Like, if I had to go there, I would definitely go back using that.
I mean, that's how I am with it. Ever since I bought the foreign Listerine, which is kind of funny to say I bought foreign Listerine here in New Jersey, but I did. And it's on Twitter if you want to go find it. And, just read the labels. That's one thing I looked at. Like, okay, these Oreo cookies, I've never heard of this flavor or brand before. Oh, because they're made in Malaysia. So just read that and then, see how you want to feel hedging your bet on that. So there's my shopping tip of the day. Here comes Rock for Guitar. He says, you mean what you should not buy? The cheap toilet paper. Talk about scratching an itch. Yeah, that's no toilet paper at the dollar store though. That's no.
Yeah, I was going to say, I made a note of you taking paper towels out and toilet paper out. Toilet paper is a more extreme version of why you need to take that out.
Big Steve, he says, dog toys, gift wrap, greeting cards, and hot sauce. Oh, I want to bring that up about the gift wrap because when we have like little Christmas things at work, you need like just a bag to put a gift in for like, a Secret Santa kind of thing, or you need a cheap roll of gift wrap. That's also a dollar store go-to.
Yeah. It's an easy way to save money. Get one of the big rolls and then you can just use it for like 10 years.
And the one here too, you get like the big roll for like $1. Like you really get a lot. Whereas if you go to like say Target or whatever, it's still going to be a couple bucks. It's just wrapping paper, people. They're just going to rip it off and throw it away anyhow. So that's all it's worth.
It's not. It doesn't have to be special. It just has to look like there's a minimal amount of effort. Like any design, as long as it's not just white paper or brown paper. Like if there's any design on it whatsoever, it works. So just get it at the dollar store.
Next time I get you a gift, I'm going to wrap yours in the pink bears gift wrap paper they have here at the dollar store. You'll like that.
Whatever works.
I love the fact that you just don't care. Just all right, give it to me. That's good. Well, one thing we want to give to you is the poll right now. The question to put on social media is, are dollar stores worth shopping at? 67% of you said yes, they are. 33% said no. So 1/3 of you are like, no, not go to the dollar store. But 2/3 of you are like, okay, dollar stores are worth the money. So I kind of feels that it lines up with the answers there. You're willing to take the risk a little bit.
I was one of the people that voted yes, by the way.
Oh, good. And again, I think if you go to like a chain dollar store, your Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, the products there are a little higher quality than, like they said, the little mom and pop ones we have here, but they're not as much fun, because you can't get the crazy things. But, if you need a pail to take a kid to the beach and play in the sand or whatever.
That's the beautiful part of this country, freedom of choice.
Oh, yeah. You know what's also good freedom of choice? When you choose to click that like, subscribe button down below. For all the fun here on the Jersey Joe 5th YouTube channel, I just suckered you in another promo, but it's free. Doesn't even cost you $1. All right, so anyhow, if you need to stock up on supplies, there you go. Dollar stores are in it to win it. Isn't it great to have a drinking show with two guys talking about shopping at a dollar store?
Drinking water, talking about going to the dollar store. This is a very responsible show.
It's bar talk, though. You never know what you're going to talk about in a bar. In this case, we chose dollar stores. All right, Jersey Joe, I know you saying thanks for watching. Good luck with your dollar store shopping, and we'll see you next time, I hope.
Streaming now, Jersey Joe and Ion take you 100 floors above New York City to check out the view from the edge.